Hello, 444 Collective. Welcome back. If you have not seen the previous two readings to this, I recommend that you watch those for some context. We talk about the great year, the $25,000 year wobble cycle of the Earth that births the zodiac. We talk about self-reflection and explicitly ways to weave magic into our everyday life. I also wanted to do a reading that was just for you. I'm still figuring out kind of what goes where, what is where, but I am debating like a monthly call. I know that there aren't many people here yet, and so I don't want it to be something that's like awkward, but if it is just like hanging out, kind of doing mini readings, having conversations, I'm intrigued to do that. So let me know if you're interested, and if you know what, let's use 4 as the magic number. If there are 4 people that are interested in joining, we can do that. Okay. Spirit, what's the message for the 444 Collective today? I'm hearing it's not today, but it's now. Timeless message alert. Seeing there we go. The black drip here with also how it's coming out. Something about something coming in and then how that's leaking into our daily life. Wise friend, this came out in my reading last night for the total lunar eclipse in Virgo. It was this and another card that was very similar, and then another card with circles with a card very similar. So there's something about duality and mirrors. Oh yeah, mirrors has been coming up in the reading. Absolutely. Okay, we have 50 wheels of light and then 28 piercing the veil. And so what came out before I had started the reading was golden dome purple light. So seeing the purple coming up here. And interesting, that seems to be coming from the ground up. I'm sensing we're talking about torus, T-O-R-U-S. We're talking about our chakras and our energetic field and how it comes through us. It goes, how do I make this kind of 3D for the angle? So this is a body, right? And we have all of the chakras. We have from the root up to the head. Now, here at the top with the crown chakra, we can have Antakarana, which is that moment of plugging in with source, going up, plugging into shared consciousness, right? There's also, as we are humans on Earth, this energy coming through us, and then we have an energy bubble. And this, it doesn't just happen in front of us, it happens 360. It happens all over around us. So people will talk about auras that you can see the color of. We're talking about, that is Taurus. People talk about like, I have a bubble and you're too close. That's also part of it. Like not only, there's also just like personal space, blah, blah, blah. You know, but that experiment of one person leaves a room, everyone else is told to think mean, negative things about them. That person comes back in the room, they feel that impact. They feel uncomfortable, they feel isolated, they don't know why, but something has shifted. Same thing happens. They send someone out and everyone in the room is told to think positive things and think really great memories you have with this person. And they come back and they're like, wow, this feels really welcoming. This feels really good. I feel accepted. I feel like I belong here. So the vibration is what this reading has been all about, right? So the vibration that you are humming at, I'll say, imagine you're a fridge and you have a hum. That's how I'm going to phrase it. So the hum that you have, yes, it impacts what you are holding within your fridge. It impacts your ketchup. It impacts your relish. It impacts your ground beef, right? Like everything inside of you is impacted. Now we have like the fridge to freezer, so different chakras have different things, blah, blah, blah. This metaphor is getting a little tight. But the idea is you can be in your own house and the fridge hums and you don't really notice it, because that's just a normal sound. So your brain isn't really registering that's something different for me to respond to. That's a normal stimuli. You may be at someone else's house and then their fridge, maybe the water filter on the fridge makes a sound very suddenly. It makes like the ice cubes drop and it takes you off guard. There's different fridges have different hums. We as people, we all have different magnetic, energetic fields. And so this is what we're talking about when we say the energy that you walk through the world with impacts the collective. If you're in a cruddy frame of mind, if you're talking to yourself negatively and you're reflecting that out into the world, if you're walking around, I'm just going to put this lightly, just like crying over spilt milk, like you're just sad because you're sad and you don't know how to be happy because you're sad, you're a bit of an Eeyore. And so that is going to follow you throughout the world. People will be impacted. You will ooze onto them, that emotion, that frequency, that vibration. And also, when we look at energy that attracts energy, if someone has I'll say low vibration for this, for like Eeyore energy, if someone has low vibration, they may be attracted to someone with high vibration, even without recognizing it, because that fills them. That's a full fridge of fresh veggies, right? That's great. But then this person who is now brought into this situation without having an awareness of boundaries, this is how we can see people that are empathic, that are people pleasers, that are givers, that will find these, you can phrase it as like energy vampires, that will find these people that suck on to their energy, right? And it's fine to be engaging with all people, you know what I mean? Like be safe, do whatever. But it's about learning when someone is taking your energy. And I feel like this is not at all a linear or clear explanation, but that is something for you to look more into. So just gotta rearrange. Yes. And so what I'm seeing here, this red, whoop, whoop, like this is his energetic field, right? Now, if you look at the top of, use my key. If you look at the top of where this red comes together, it's the center of all these Vesica Pisces, all of these circles overlapping, right? I don't have the book for these cards right now, so I can't read you exactly what it's saying, and I also can't look it up, so we're just going to roll with it. Piercing the veil. We can potentially see this as when you're working to raise your vibration, and this could do with being in trance states, could be meditation, it could be in ritual, etc., etc. You do you. Some people call it Christ consciousness. This is not something that I'm very familiar with, so I'll just give you the term and you can look into it. But they say that there's also like more chakras above your crown. Either way, the top here of the torus is piercing the veil into what I will say could be collective consciousness or higher vibe. And yeah, I'm going to call it collective consciousness just for ease. There's something we can learn from recognizing that the power to connect outward with spirit comes from the power within us. And so this also feels like a message of, I'll say warning of, but like not like, you're fine. But just to let you know, if you're trying to get to this consciousness layer, but you're not already doing the work within yourself, you're probably going to be met with disappointment because you're not able to get or be to where you want to be. And this disappointment is going to lower your vibration. Also, with people who are, you can say, sensitive, that are psychic, that are connected, there's energy everywhere. And there's energy of all kinds. And I'm just getting the message that this is, someone hearing this is going to be early on in their journey with this psychically and be like, okay, and just kind of do anything that they can to get these wider vibrations. And I want to let you know, it's important to be doing protection, this golden dome. You can cast a circle of protection around yourself before you are engaging with the energies around you. You can also be very clear to the energies around you that you are only interacting and engaging with energies of a certain vibration or energy that is here for your highest good. Like you find what is comfortable and safe for you, and you can ascribe to that belief. I'm not here to tell you how to phrase it, but be really mindful that you're not just engaging with energy that will give you power. It might not be something as literal as like you're having a conversation with spirit and then you are like, yes, I would like a power boost. Thank you very much. I'll sign the contract. I don't need to read it. But just being mindful and aware that you may be looking for energy or spirit to help you get to where you want to be. Elements and entities with spirit may also want something for their own reasons. It's also why when you're engaging with spirit, and you could say channeling, shout out, channeling, speaking with your spirit guides, etc., it's important to have candles or water or some sort of energy source because they need energy to interact with you, to communicate with you. And if you don't have any external energy source, you are the energy source. This is also why, like a classic case of hauntings or some place that's spiritually active, people will often say it's cold. Yes, because they're taking the energy out of the room. You may, by the end of, I'll say like a reading or a session or an engagement, however you frame it, whatever that container is for you, you may feel out of energy, you may feel lethargic, like you don't have any energy for anything. You may feel cold, you may have chills, exhausted, you might have no like social battery anymore. So being really mindful when you're engaging with spirit and energy, that you're slowly, if not already, developing it into a practice. Having an open and having a close. Closing the circle is important, right? Yeah. I think that is the message for you. Okay. Well, thank you, 444 Collective. Yeah, I'm seeing it's going to be 1444, and I'm like, honestly, let's just end it on 1444. Bye.